A public service message: stay home and stay safe. What happened today? 1. European nations including hard-hit Italy and Spain have started looking ahead to easing coronavirus lockdowns after steady falls in fatality rates, as the United States prepared for what one official called peak death week. 2. UK PM Johnson in intensive care with worsening coronavirus symptoms. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson was fighting worsening coronavirus symptoms in an intensive care unit on Tuesday, leaving his foreign minister to lead the government's response to the accelerating outbreak. 3. Donald Trump says Americans are praying for British Prime Minister. President Donald Trump said that he was saddened to hear that British Prime Minister Boris Johnson had been moved to an intensive care unit after his coronavirus symptoms worsened and that Americans were praying for his recovery. 4. UK's Raab says government will continue as PM moved to intensive care. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said that the British government will continue to make sure Prime Minister Boris Johnson's plans for defeating the coronavirus outbreak are carried out while he receives treatment in intensive care. 5. Moscow and Riyadh, very, very close to striking oil deal, says Russia's sovereign wealth fund. Russia, Saudi Arabia, the United States, and other countries need to bring stability to the markets as the world faces probably the greatest recession ever, said Kirill Dmitriev, CEO of the Russian Direct Investment Fund (RDIF). 6. Canadian province of Ontario angry over unacceptable U.S. move to block face masks. Ontario, the most populous province in Canada, complained that the United States had blocked the export of more than 3 million face masks it bought to fight the coronavirus outbreak, while Ottawa said it was pressuring Washington to release the gear. 7. Japan to announce coronavirus emergency, prepares near $1 trillion stimulus. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe pledged that his government would do its utmost to protect people's lives as he prepared to declare a state of emergency on Tuesday to stem a worrying rise in new coronavirus infections in major population centers. 8. There may be retaliation. Trump says India may face U.S. wrath if PM Modi fails to overturn export ban on COVID-19 treatment. U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that Washington may retaliate against New Delhi over a decision to bar exports of an experimental treatment for COVID-19, not long after asking his Indian counterpart to reverse the move. Though India on Saturday imposed a blanket ban on the export of hydroxychloroquine, an antimalarial drug under clinical trial as a treatment for the coronavirus, Trump told reporters on Monday that New Delhi could face consequences if Prime Minister Narendra Modi fails to drop the restriction, insisting he wasn't aware that a final decision had been made. 9. UN Security Council to hold first coronavirus talks on Thursday. According to diplomats, the UN Security Council will hold its first meeting over the coronavirus pandemic on Thursday, after weeks of divisions among its 5 permanent members. 10. China reports 0 new coronavirus deaths for first time as outbreak continues to subside. Beijing has reported 0 new fatalities from COVID-19, the country's National Health Commission said in a statement, a first for China since it was racked with a major coronavirus outbreak late last year. 11. From filmmaker to medicine courier, volunteers helped Wuhan's virus fight. While most people in the Chinese city of Wuhan were hunkered down in their homes at the height of the country's coronavirus outbreak, Lin Wenhua was out on the empty streets in his car, driving toward the next person or task on his list. 12. Taliban break off talks with Afghan government on prisoner exchange. The Taliban broke off talks with the Afghan government on a prisoner exchange, a main step in peace talks being brokered by the United States after it agreed on a troop withdrawal pact with the militants. 13. Scammers try selling world's tallest statue as pandemic boosts India's cybercrime. Police in India lodged a case this week against an unknown online fraudster who tried selling the world's largest statue for $4 billion, claiming the proceeds would be used to help the Gujarat state government fund its fight against the coronavirus. 14. Tiger with COVID-19 gets meds, TLC from New York's Bronx zookeepers. Nadia, the tiger who tested positive for the novel coronavirus in New York, and 6 other big cats who developed a dry cough at the Bronx Zoo appeared to be on the mend on Monday after doses of medication and tenderness. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more What Happened Today videos.